DJ Jogger, live with the Flashing Lights team on Simulator Radio.
Okay, then currently sitting on a Skype call. I have no idea where they are in the world, but they're joining me right now. How are you doing, guys?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, it's all working. We can hear them. It's fine. It's all safe.
Yeah.
So if you want to introduce yourselves and
Hello, Jogger. I am Nils Jakrins. Thank you for having us today.
It's alright. It's a pleasure to have you. And then we've also got James. Am I right?
Yes, correct. So I'm James from Excalibur, the publisher of Flashing Lights. Good to speak to you all.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you right now?
10.
A 7. It's kind of my job to keep
fine.
cool, isn't it, in front of interviews? So
It's fine. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Think of it that way.
James starting to swear.
Don't do that. Okay then, we've got a few questions already sent in, but if you guys want to send in a question or you think of one while we're going along that I haven't asked, please feel free, send it in, simulatorradio.com. That's a place for you to go and send in all your questions. Starting off then, here's the question. How did you come up with the idea of the game, Flashing Lights?
Well, it's all started in my childhood when I first played GTA 1, and I was just triggered to not be why I cannot be a cop in the game. And then eventually I played other emergency games and didn't really realize I will be making one. And after graduating Academy of Arts, time went ahead, and I figured I should give it a try.
Okay then, saying that then, how many people do you actually have currently working on the game?
It is at the moment still solo project behind all the files and Unity project.
So it's you actually creating the whole game in general?
Yeah, I use also, of course, other artists made assets and things like that. But in general, I am working alone.
yeah, so Nils is the sole creator, and here at Excalibur we have about 10 people in the office. And I do marketing and press relations and that sort of thing. And we have people who do testing, finances, that sort of thing as well, to support Nils. But Nils is a lone developer and he's doing a very good job, if I may say so myself.
It is a good game, I must admit. Okay, then Rose got in contact via the request line, you can too, simulatorradio.com, and asked, "Oh my god, hi, I love your game, but why is it always so laggy even though I have a 520 graphics card?"
Well, thank you for the question, firstly, and we are glad that you like the game. Yeah, in this state, we are still testing lots of features that are multiplayer, for example, that needs still lots of optimization to actually be able to synchronize all the animations, lights, and all these little things for players, and including NPCs on the missions and fire synchronizations and such. So there is a lot of room for optimization, and it is planned to work on in the near future and sort it out as soon as possible.
Okay, then, how long did it actually take you to get the game into early access? Because it's been out about a month or so now?
Yes, well, it released on the 7th of June this year. Before that, I have worked about 3 years to the game, but there is also real gaps between the development, because first 2 years I was funding this project myself by doing freelance jobs and other things, and so on the spare time I could work on it. And then on spring 2017, more than a year ago, we teamed up with Excalibur Games, and they made it possible for me to work full time. So basically I would say it is 3 years, but in those first 2 years not so dense in development.
So you work on this day in, day out, pretty much every day then now?
Yeah, basically on average it is 5 to 6 days a week.
God, that's a lot of work that goes into one game, but you are the only one working on it though, as you said earlier.
Yes, but yeah, Exactly, but it is great experience. I love doing it. I have fun while doing it, and sometimes I take like a free evening to play some games, but it leads me to shutting it down and continue working on my project. So if it's a lot of fun for you, I don't count hours and just work on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we're at Excalibur as a publisher. We're really glad to be able to help Nils, live that dream and work as a passion, and let us take care of the, marketing, financing, things like that, so that he can focus on the fun side of things, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that he can be working on development, and yeah, we're glad to be able to support Nils in that way.
Exactly, because Excalibur is like taking off the load, because I would spend 2 or 3 days a week only replying to stuff and questions and posting images, and now I can just focus on doing what is necessary.
And also, I went in game the other day. Well, I'm always in game anyway. But I went in game and I asked some people in game what they wanted to ask you. And one of them asked, are you going to get any other new emergency vehicles added into the game, as well as the default ones that are in there now?
Yeah, that is in our to-do list, and is planned for at later stage. We will have unlocking system from our reputation points, which is currently implemented as a basic feature. And there will be also customization for the looks of the vehicle and lighting patterns and colors for lighting, because all these different states and countries can have like all blue or red or mixed color schemes on the lights.
That sounds pretty cool. So you can basically customize your own car.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's the
can't wait
plan.
for that. Okay, then here we go. Here's one. Here's another one I got from in-game the other day. Will you ever improve the driving physics in the game?
Those driving physics?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there are plans to adjust them. This physics system actually is pretty good, but not yet adjusted properly for each model. And there are also some bugs that may occur for the controls. For example, if you carry a suspect in the back, the car might go slightly off in corners. So those are those are the little background things that affect the driving, and will be sorted out. Like players are sorted for this. That was the issue for player characters and cars, and just need some more time to actually focus on that.
Also then, when are more missions going to be added for the EMS and fire service, including group callouts?
Yeah, we now are focusing, stabilizing what we have, but the initial idea is we could bring out every other update and some callouts to add a variety of the missions, and eventually when we add new features like weapons and some other interactions with AI, we can add other type of calls.
Mickey Boy got in contact as well, saying, have you had any moment since you started developing this game where you ever thought you would stop completely and not develop the game at all?
Actually, no. The good thing about working alone with this project is that if you get bored with one thing, you can just switch to other aspect of the game and continue working while having that still joy because of something new is going on. But eventually all these things will be needed for the game, so you are just not switching projects, but you are switching features for what you are doing.
Okay, and then if you got a question that you want to ask the team from Flashing Lights, please feel free, get in contact. Simulatorradio.com is your place to go. I've also got my eye on the Discord as well. Discord.simulatorradio.com. Get in contact. Let us know what you want to ask them. They're here for another 30 minutes. Fire away. We're answering any questions, really, aren't you?
Yep.
You're not holding back at all. You're not holding back at all.
No,
not today.
There's not any
We're in a good mood.
secrets that we're gonna.
No, we try to be open as possible, on the Steam or Discord or Facebook. Any questions or misinformation are always corrected and answered. And we are just for transparency about the project and involve the community as much as possible.
Okay, then here's a question for you. You ready for this?
We are ready.
Yes.
This is the question that I actually have as well. For fire engines, when will you be able to use the hoses in the fire engine as well as the hydrant? Because at the moment it's quite annoying how you got to just get a little fire extinguisher out for like little sheds that are in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. At the moment, I have sorted some base models that I want to evolve further and bring it to the quality to actually put in game. And this will involve some other artists that will be welcome to work with us, and hopefully not so long to wait for custom engines.
Also then, this is sort of on the police side now, will tow trucks ever be put into the game to come collect the car that you've just pulled over or given a ticket or something?
Yes, I started to work on this mechanic to NPC come and tow away any car you report that is involved in the mission or blocking sideways and so on. So and it got a little bit postponed because of new bugs we encountered for the multiplayer, and it will be brought in game relatively soon. But later, probably next year, we will add it for the players as well. So you can take a role on the parking manner missions and collect cars, tow them to the inbound and such things like that.
Yeah, there is actually some footage online of it as well out there. If you go on the I believe it's the Flashing Lights launch trailer, the launch briefing video. At the end, there's a tease of what's to come, and you can actually see the tow truck in action there as well.
I had a little quick look at that before went live, so I haven't really gone into detail on that video, but I've seen glimpses of it, little bits. You got a bit of Easter eggs in there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There is this prototype of AI coming and picking up a car, but there is those little annoying bugs which are in the background, and we didn't want to release it yet until it's fixed.
Leading on to that though, is AI ever going to be added to the multiplayer section of the game as well?
Yeah, it was at the very early stages in the demo. It was already there, but there was some slightly issues synchronizing the spawned amount of vehicles and pedestrians, and we will sort it out while working on other multiplayer lag issues, because it's all is connected, and then we can introduce traffic back online.
Yes,
Some
that's
office
me.
in the UK, James. You're in some sort of office place with other members.
Yeah, we're in Oxfordshire in the UK.
Very nice. Might have to try and sneak in a visit if I can. And then the actual developer of the game, Niles. Where are you?
I am in Latvia, Riga, in my apartment.
In your apartment, and that's where you actually work.
Yeah, I have a separate bedroom as an office.
Always good to use the space like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then. With that, then, here's a question that's been asked. How many downloads of the game do you have, if you know, and do you plan to go to any bigger events around the world or in the UK, or just meet your fans or the public?
Sure, so we're very happy with the amount of sales and downloads for Flashing Lights, and it's great to see the community playing online together, and especially growing on Discord and things like that, but we're not talking about exact units at the moment. But in terms of shows, we will be exhibiting at EGX in September in Birmingham, so make sure to come down there. And we have a bunch of the little Flashing Lights badges that we've been selling on the website, which we will be giving away at the show, I'm sure. So come and say hi, and we'll give you one of them. So we'll see you at EGX.
I might have to add that to my diary. And come down. Also, do you plan to open any bigger servers on the game? So for more people to join, and for maybe people to rent a server out, as well as it being off their PC?
That is for future to consider. At this point, there is no plans for such servers. But as the player base grows, we might consider, because those servers, of course, are extra expenses and moderating things and then like hack attacks on. There is many like backside things that can affect why we can do this or not.
Okay, then here's a good question. I like this question. Before you actually made the game itself, did you have any past experience within the emergency services?
No, the most experience about emergency services is before I went to the Academy of Arts. I went check out the police academy, local, and just decided not to go there, and felt that right thing is going to arts and digital media for me.
Yeah, and the other thing is, even though we don't have that experience ourselves, we had quite a few people in the closed alpha as well who do, and who had been working as firefighters or police officers or EMS staff, and they were kind of giving us feedback throughout development, which was a brilliant help.
That always helps, don't it?